to forget. And they only think, oh, yeah, he the dude that got his own basketball league. He the dude that produced Hip Hop Squares. And all those things are great. But, like, when we want to go all the way back, you were one of the first to speak out for young black men, whether it was from Fuck the Police with NWA to America's KKK. That's how I always called it. America's KKK Most Wanted. That album in itself of just as a young dude, just like, yo, you could say that? Yo, you could speak out and have those opinions. And I think now, because a lot of people are just, we got the ADD generation, we forget that, yo, you were speaking up and saying things at a time when no one was speaking, like during those times of Public Enemy and KRS-One, and then to have the longevity to still be putting out records and music and movies and TV shows today. Man, we are truly in the presence of greatness. It's an honor, man.
Man, thank Nick. Man, I mean, you know, I'm speechless. I mean, it's like
I got to give you your flowers more than your flowers, man. I got to give you your statues on the Mount Rushmore while you here.
I just thank God that I was put in this position to be able to do all these things. You know what I mean? You know, that I didn't get pigeonholed where, you know, it's like you just do one thing and you're never able to create on all these different levels. So I just feel blessed to be in this position. So I feel like I got to go hard. Yeah. I got to be focused, and I got to, you know, give people a shot that normally wouldn't get a shot. Because that's how I feel like I normally wouldn't get a shot. And people like Dr. Dre or John Singleton or somebody saw something in me and gave me that shot. So I love when, you know, I can, you know, help, you know, a young artist that I know
needs it.
They just need exposure. They're talented without me, but they just need the right platform, the right exposure to be able to do their thing.
So long. I mean, like, shouts out, like from like the Cypress Hill days, who just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, I would have never known who Cypress Hill was if it wasn't for Ice Cube. I mean, and even so many people that we forget that just even you've been putting on for the city for so long that people just truly forget. And so I just want to be one of those reminders. I have a platform.
Everybody ain't forgetting. As I can see, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing just to have acknowledgement. You know, but what moves me is what I'm going to do tomorrow, man, not what I did yesterday. That's really what it's all about, what I'm going to do tomorrow. And, you know, and then we'll look back and take score.
And I think you're a person kind of like myself, to where you're so focused on the next move that you never really gloat about all the things that you have done, or really say, hey, I put this person on, or I started this, or I did that. But being even the fact that, you know, we hearing a lot of stuff, people give shouts out to Jay-Z, shouts out to all these people because of the amount of money or the list that they're on. And I think that's great and phenomenal. But when you think about, yo, we got a black man that is running his own basketball league with some of the greatest basketball players of our generation, and the big three, you guys been out there killing it. I still got to understand, where did all of that come from? Like, how were you able to be like, yo, the big three, not only is it a league that is completely different from the NBA, but you're giving people opportunities, you're entertaining people, and then it's yours. Like, you kind of just, like, I've known, you know, since today was a good day, that your hoop game been crazy. But just being a fan of just the NBA and then saying, you know, I'm gonna get my own league. Like, where does that come from?
Just a fan wanting to see it happen and looking around and seeing, you know, the people around me, and do we have enough talent to make it happen? And when I said and we like answered all the questions, it was like, why not? You know, why not go for it if we have the ability to bring it into existence? And 3-on-3 is cool. I mean, 3-on-3, most people played more 3-on-3 in their life than 5-on-5. I mean, when you go to school, you can go to school, you're going to play 3-on-3. You're not getting no 5-on-5 game unless it's after school and everybody going home. Yeah,
and I want to chop it up with you about that, too, because I actually just directed and produced a movie about 3-on-3 basketball, specifically with women. It's called She Ball. It was myself, Cedric the Entertainer, Chris Brown, so many people in it, and we shot it here in Inglewood, and I was like, yo, we some big three we can do some things. So that's coming out. We actually about to do the festival run for it and stuff. But again, even as a filmmaker myself, I've been inspired by you, man, and just all the things where you just said, look, I see a white space. I'm going to jump in it and fill it. Yeah. And a lot of people don't believe all bad. They're like, oh, nah, he can't do that. Like, even when you, like, directed Players Club and all that stuff like that, I've been watching your moves and paying attention. So even with this Big Three, even like, because I'm pretty sure there were some haters. I'm like, man, what is this? And even I've been looking in the media, but you've been steadfast, man. You've been solid, 10 toes down. How does that, like, even as the entrepreneur, as the businessman, knowing what's up against you and knowing, like, trying to create your own, people gonna hate on it?
Yeah. Well, I always looked at, it's a few kind of people. It's people that's ahead of the curve.
Right.
It's people that's waiting for the curve, and it's people behind the curve.
Chase it. Them chasers.
Yeah. So, sometimes being ahead of the curve, you lose out.
Yeah.
Because you're ahead of people and they can't see what you see around the corner.
Yeah.
And somebody will come in second place and take the idea and run with it. So it's something that you have to
Edison.
it's something that you really have to manage, but I don't listen to people who are behind the curve. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just their opinions, I'll tell them what to think when they catch up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I listen to people who are, either on the curve or pushing to be ahead of the curve.
Right.
And you got to be somewhat fearless
in this. Yeah.
You have to, because it's a lot of uncertainty,
right,
when you're doing something like this, and you have to manage that in your mind,
right,
because it's only, it's unforeseen.
Yeah, it's uncharted territory.
There you go, uncharted territory. So you have to try not to let that anxiety
and all the people who don't believe,
deflect your mission.
Yeah,
and it's a thing where you have to be pure and honest with yourself. As a fan, it's something that I'm like, damn, if this came to the Staples Center, would you leave the house and pull up? Yeah. And the answer was like, yeah, who wouldn't?
Right.
To see these dudes play. And so I figured, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with, it's a lot of basketball fans out there.
Yeah.
It's the summer. It's a big void.
And Summer League, people don't know. Summer League ball is like, that's when we go out. That's when we would go to Rucker Park. That's when we would go to the Drew League, all of those things. So you just putting it on a platform that the masses can come see it.
Can come check it out and be a part of it and see high-level competition, especially
of some of the
on
greats.
The 3-on-3. It's like half-court 3-on-3. Why wouldn't they be just as good as they used to be in 5-on-5.
And that's even like you said, when you go to the park, you see the old cats, the OGs hooping. They from their trash talk there like that. That was inspiring the young kids. So to be able to see that played at a high level, to almost like, yo, these cats still got it. Like people don't put that into perspective when they're saying like, yo, I want the level of competition of those guys even still believing in themselves. That's a story within itself.
I mean, it's showing that age ain't nothing but a number.
Exactly.
Because it's really all about either you can do it or you can't.
Yeah.
And it's not a pickup game. It's not a celebrity game.
Right.
Them dudes is not just out there messing around.
Yeah.
They want to beat each other. They want to win. They want to trash talk at the hotel.
At the highest level.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
They want to be able to talk mess to you all season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they beat you week 3.
Yeah.
All that stuff is going on. So the competition, they got legacy on the line.
Yeah.
They're on TV. And, if you can't ball at that level, it shows.
Yeah.
And you probably shouldn't be in the Big 3.
And it's really inspiring to see not only what you've done with the Big 3, but even just the fact that you don't have any small concepts. Like, you think beyond the Coliseum. You have everything from a bird's eye view. And that makes me, when we talk hip-hop for a second, because what I've noticed about you, you have done more and have all the things that everybody raps about, but I don't see you gloating or boasting about it. Like, it ain't about the watch or the chain that Cube has. It's never been that. I don't see, even if you do it, I don't see Ice Cube on the yachts and the private jets. Like, it's more about, you've always seemed like somebody that is tangible, that you can connect with, and you're speaking to the community. Even with the big three, even it being yours, you like, yo, this is what I want to see, this is what I want to be a part of. Is that a product of your longevity? Like, is it like, yo, I don't need to tell you what I got, you either know it or you don't know it? Or have you just not ever been really a boastful cat on that level when it comes to like material things?
I've never really been crazy into bragging about material stuff.
Right.
You know, I mean, you in hip hop, it's a braggadocious, boisterous type of
about who's the best.
Yeah,
but then it became about this material thing, like how many diamonds I got and how many cars and
I thought that would make me seem out of touch with my audience.
Right.
Even though I know, everybody wants those things.
Right.
But everybody don't have those things. So, I'm the kind of dude that you got to notice me wearing it, but I'm not about to tell you I got it on. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's real gangster. Like, hey, either you recognize or
you don't.
Right.
So that's just how I always been. You always gonna discover something. I'm not gonna be like, nigga, look what I got.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull.
I'm pulling up in the new thing.
Nah, to me that's
you don't need. You have so much more to say.
Yeah, to me, certain things don't have to be said. And when you say them, it makes you look small. It doesn't make you look bigger. It makes you look smaller when you flossing on anybody or people that don't got it.
But when it comes to those things like the Forbes list, and this is us talking inside baseball right now, inside basketball. When we say that, it means like a lot of people don't know that there's publicists and stuff that are involved in those lists, and it shows to kind of boost that person's business at the time or whatever, and even how they get to equate someone being worth $1 billion or doing it certain, but. I feel like they don't look at people like you because you've been doing it for so long, because they'll rank someone's year, and it won't be about how much went into that person's bank account or that money or what the tangible dollars that they have. They'll say, oh, his tour generated X amount of dollars. This product that he promotes generated X amount of dollars. So we're going to add all of that up, and we're going to say that this is this person's worth. But if they added up all of the value from Ice Cube, from the big three to the movies, the box office generation, the album sales, all the other things, hip hop squares, all these things that you're involved in, it's beyond billions. But I don't look on those lists and see Ice Cube's name every year. Like, I think that's a problem.
I don't.
He's like, I don't want people to know how much money I got.
I don't. It don't. To me, that shouldn't matter.
Right.
It shouldn't matter to nobody but me.
Right. Facts.
To be honest, it's really all about, it ain't all about what I got. It's all about what I can give you. It's all about what I can produce that you can be a part of.
It ain't about what I got, it's what I could give you.
Yeah, it's about what I can produce that you could be a part of.
Facts.
If it's a movie, it's music, or it's basketball, whatever, do it make you happy? Do it make you feel good? Do it make you feel like you didn't waste your time and waste your money?
Yeah.
To me, that's what it's all about. It's not about, how much this one got or that one got, or this one don't got or that one don't got. It's about, how much product are they producing? How much are they doing that's dope? How many things are they leaving on the earth when they're gone that'll still be here to entertain people? So
that's real wisdom.
That's really
right
what
there.
It's all about.
That's true wisdom. And you say that it's all, I have this quote that I always use, and I even got it on the wall in my office. It's like the difference between a boss and a leader. Like what we were talking about, that Forbes talk, that's boss talk.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, look, I'm sitting up and I'm watching all the people admire what I got. A leader is like, I'm gonna get down there with you and give you this opportunity, blaze these trails, and then now once I'm gone, that legacy is shown that, look, I gave this, I gave myself. And speaking of giving and being that leader, you've always been a leader in our community. And I just gotta ask, because this is something I just always really wanted to know. for a moment, and especially like in your music, you were definitely one of those people speaking out for us, for our people, for the black community, unapologetically. Like from fuck the police to America's KKK to Death Certificate, always being one of those voices, and knowing the